Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Mount Kenya governors are coming out to revive the push for the one man, one vote, 1 shilling campaign as the Commission on Revenue Allocation kick-starts views collection on the 4th revenue sharing formula. When we look at the new narrative that these Mount Kenya governors are bringing on board, it is because earlier on, during the regime of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, he came out telling these individuals that our people must benefit from this revenue sharing collection. But as far as we are concerned, we feel like we are being disadvantaged. And so what we should do so that we can have an advantage in terms of the revenue sharing formula, we must adopt one man, one vote, 1 shilling. When Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga started this narrative, these individuals came out campaigning against this narrative. So it seems like they have now started to realize that what Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was saying was purely the truth. And now they have realized that there is the cause. They are now hitting with William Samoei Ruto. Remember, William Ruto does not want this narrative of one man, one vote, 1 shilling. And whoever always come with this narrative, huwa anazimwa na kufinywa kwa kona kuambiwa wewe hatutaki hiyo story. So these governors from the mountain, led by the Nyeri governor, Mutahi Kahiga, is coming out to tell you Kenyans, they are not going to accept that they are struggling to put the government on place. Then later on, they don't benefit from the revenue sharing formula. I want you to listen to whatever Governor Mutahi Kahiga of Nyeri County is saying.
First and foremost, we have 47 counties. It's pointless to start speaking about sharing if any of those counties are not working. We must make sure, sit here and ask ourselves, for one county to be working in Kenya today, what is the minimum we must give every county across this country? Regardless of whether Lamu has 110,000 people, Nyeri has 1 million, Kakamega has 2, Kiambu has 3. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm a Kenyan. Yes. And if Kenya will develop, let us stop. We are still working around the colonial mentalism. Can we ensure that we sit down as CRA and say, and I'm giving you, I have been a governor twice. The minimum you need for any county to be operational is 7 billion. Take that one, and even if you give 7 and don't give anything else, let them go and everybody will survive. So let's review that. What is the basic share for every county to be operational? One of the things I would want the CRA to ask themselves this question. You talk a lot about, you want to incentivize, I don't know whom to do what, increase revenue. Have you ever asked yourself this question? Who bakes the cake? Because once we ask ourselves that question, as commissioners, as governors, as Kenyans, then we will not give someone a knife and another one a panga to go and eat the cake, because it's already telling us that one is advantaged, the other one is disadvantaged. And so we must start with the key. Now that we are here, we want to discuss, you have listened to others, can we look for the knife that we shall give everybody, an equal knife, the same size, to cut the cake? If we do not do that, then let us ask ourselves, who brought the flour, who brought the eggs, who did the baking? But we can't wake up one morning when the cake is ready, all of us now come and start saying, let us start by having it equally. Where were you when we were baking it? We must ask. Have you asked yourself that question? When I look at your formula, whether the first, the second, or the third, it doesn't appear. Because CRA, in terms of equity and thinking about the future cake, must also incentivize those that are producing. Why are you not looking at that? If you want a bigger cake next year, we are only saying, so if you reduce Muranga's ability to produce coffee, Muranga's ability to produce avocado, what will happen to our GDP the year after? Those are.
Ladies and gentlemen, as if that is not enough, the Nyeri governor, Mutahi Kahiga, is telling Kenyans that Kenya has a tendency of saying that the central region has always been favored. Even our people have jiggers and live in slums. That is the statement that is coming from Mutahi Kahiga. And this is how things is going.
Because Kenya has a tendency of saying the central region has always been favored. Do you know how many people have jiggers in this region? Do you know how many of us are living in slums? Do you know how many of us are suffering? Do you know how many of us cannot access Medicare? Yet iko pale. This is a notion that has been created that is not correct, is not true. That because we have had successful presidents, I don't know which president came when, another one came when, and we are not, that is.
When I'm just watching the reactions of these governors, I'm realizing something that is very crucial, Kenyans, very crucial. And my worries are, number one, where were these governors? At that time they were told that one man, one vote, 1 shilling was going to benefit them. Number two, why were they telling Kenyans, especially from the mountain, that this 1 man, 1 vote, 1 shilling was going to benefit Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga? Number three, why were these governors coming out to tell Kenyans, especially from the mountain, that Uhuru Kenyatta was planning to remove some money or deny some counties of theirs some billions of money? But when look at the explanation of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta during the BBI period, you will realize that people misunderstood Raila Odinga and Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. So they thought like this was purely politics. And that is the problem that we've been always having in this country. When someone is speaking about things that are real issues to be discussed, they usually put like it is now politics. But Uhuru Kenyatta had a good foundation from the mountain. But in a real sense, they're coming out to regret and realize that the course was going to favor them. It was impossible for a certain county yenye iko na watu milioni kama 2 ama 1 ipewe pesa same na wale ambao wako kama 500,000. It is impossible. So Uhuru Kenyatta said, we have several counties rather, not only in the mountain. You're having also counties outside Mount Kenya. They are popular. And so what we can do is to adopt this 1 man, 1 vote, 1 shilling, which will advance the equally sharing of the revenue across the board. But the problem that we usually have is that when someone raises some issues, we usually portray as if it is now pure politics. It is just pure politics and someone wants to benefit from the narrative he is bringing on board. So that is why when I watched Mutahi Kahiga now yelling, making noise about the sharing of the cake, they were told this. They never listened to. And so they are realizing the truth is hitting them. The truth is hitting them. And at the same time, William Ruto does not want this conversation. He led a campaign against 1 man, 1 vote, 1 shilling during electioneering period. Then you expect this man to come out and adopt. He will not adopt. I'm telling you, Kenyans. He will not adopt. You're dealing with William Ruto. You're not dealing with Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye bye till we meet in another video.